What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blake Manor. In the last episode, we managed to get even more people crossed off our to-do list, for lack of a better term. Specifically, Varley, we found the hidden treasure underneath the mansion, which is just a weird side quest we did in about 10 minutes. So that was cool. Oh, interesting. It only says 12 of 15 evidence pieces, but I'm assuming that means that's going to be in relation to the... we're going to have more stuff about what's her face, Murphy, right? So we have a little bit more of the mansion to discover, as well as the Blake residence, which we're expecting to have access to. Here's if I haven't said this up front before, what I'm expecting to do is get access to the basement once the delivery is completed after this hour. We'll enter these spaces, probably get Murphy's master key, and then be able to enter this door, which accesses the Blake residence. So we'll be accessing it from the basement, because it seems like every other door isn't super accessible or isn't used, really. We have a couple of things that we can research. We have just the basement left as a mystery, which is amazing. We search the women's dormitory. Yeah. Great. We're still going. It's great. We'll do it all now. Excellent. Okay, great. What do the symbols mean? Yeah, the symbols are going to be the big thing in the basement. And then in terms of who's left, Joyce obviously will get resolved downstairs. Hunter will get resolved once he can get out of the basement itself. Oh, Finn is gone. Ivy and Lau. So now this is an interesting thing. So I thought I was going to have access to them early, but I don't. Their stuff... I thought that we would get that key earlier. We didn't. Coventry, I have to be able to speak to Blake, so I can't do Coventry yet until I can get into Blake Manor. Or specifically the Blake residency. Dupre is still the outstanding. I have no idea. Sinnott probably happens when I find Doyle's thing. So it's really... I have to waste an hour, essentially, is where this is going. Now, there is stuff to talk about. I do also want to check in on documents, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Evelyn Deane, daughter of Mr. Rupert Deane, wealthy family landlords, known to attend events like this, not sure for what purpose. Mentioned in gossip columns, nothing that would indicate where she might be. Seemingly never come to Connaught before, none of the guests mentioned in the same papers. Ink-blotted symbols. So we have symbols, what looks like 2, 3, and 6. This is 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, and 5. So we're missing 4 and 6, right? That's what we owe. We know that. Lunch invite, talk schedule, blackmail letter. Yeah, and I think everything else we've taken a look at. So I feel good about that. In terms of anything else that's outstanding, I have no idea. Let's take a look at the map real quick, see if I can identify where people are at. So we have the ballroom are Murphy and Joyce. Yeah. Darcy's out there. These guys are all outside. Montavani's in the center of the hedge maze. I don't know if we've gone out to the churchyard this hour. Sinnott is stuck in the churchyard. The only thing I want to check in about is just making sure that I am not missing stuff. Like, I don't know. It says investigate the Blake residence, so it means I have to go there, right? Coventry, same thing. Talk to Master Blake. Have to be able to go there. Doyle... Yeah, it's like it says that I have to go that. Investigate the basement, engage her quarters. That's totally fair. Search her station. Search her bedroom. Yeah, I think I just have to wait. Which is a little annoying. So let's check out who else is around. Hedge maze, graveyard, missing... Oh, right. Hedge maze, scrying. So let's go do the scrying. Catacombs, library, walled garden, ballroom. right? Walled garden. Okay, so let's go scrying, shall we? And then and we can. Oh no, wrong door. We got to turn around. Holy loading screen. So we're gonna go well scrying, and then we will see where that leaves us. The last well scrying, I don't think actually expended time, if I remember correctly, which would be funny. I don't want to consistently skip time. I'm a little worried about that because we really don't have that much time. I could do the same thing that I did ages ago when I was trying to find the code, and just see if there's to go to the bathhouse and really just check in and make sure I'm not missing the Lau key or the Blake residence key. But again, I think the Blake residence key is going to be with Murphy, or I keep doing that with Joyce. I don't think there's any other method, because every other door has specifically called out that the door hasn't opened in a while. I'm just worried about how much the Blake residence is going to be. Like, how big is that space? Theoretically, all I'll need to do is just find Walter Blake. Like, that will be the thing to do. But I'm unsure. So, well scrying, that's where we're going. Act on Ivy. Is Toussaint up there still? Yeah, he really likes that space, doesn't he? That's the only thing. I am thinking about...
There will not be any sound, mind you. It's more like looking through a mirror.
Of course, I understand. I don't mind that. It'll be good just to see them.
You have to concentrate. Let your mind go quiet and focus on who you want to see. Yes, exactly like that. Who is that? Your mother?
My aunt. And my nephew beside her.
They look well. And they're all the way in Louisiana.
They are. The journey is a long one. It's been a while since I've seen them, and a while more until I can see them again.
Of course. It's such a long way. I don't envy you, being so far from home.
It is different here, and a little lonely. But it's not without good company. If I think of someone else, will we see them?
If you focus well enough, give it a try. Oh, look at that. You're a natural.
Hey guys. So with Dupre it's weird because we've there's still something on Fetters and something. Yeah, there's stuff that we could talk about with people, but I don't know who it is. And that makes things really tough. I think I'm missing something. And I thought it might even be Blake, but that's clearly not really it. Profile the Marquess. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. There's always a lot. So yeah, as expected, that doesn't expend time. I'm also thinking just about if I have time and I'm waiting for the end of the basement thing. I wonder if there's anybody else I can actually eliminate, or if there's more facts I could figure out about a person. She's been drawing maps of the grounds, so she. Yeah, I mean, it's not as critical to me to figure out more facts about people who are actively being eliminated. But like Montavani, for example, she's a Catholic. So hold on, and I keep messing this up too. This is terrible, but Christian versus Protestant versus Catholic are all Protestants. I'm looking up on Google. Protestants. Christian. Protestantism is a brand of Christianity, and I know for a fact that Catholicism is also a brand of Christianity. So if they're Protestant or Catholic, that counts. So she's in on that. She's avoided all association with Miss Deane, but that doesn't say that she doesn't have Manor history with Miss Deane. She's in her late 30s. Interesting about age. That's a fact we don't have here yet. She's going to die this weekend. They're not in mourning. She's not technically in mourning. Omara. His fine sketches is something horrific. So he has prehistory, which is why he's eliminated. And he's Catholic. She's Protestant. For Toussaint, I'd love to know his, because he's not eliminated. He still is in that range of people. Like, we don't want to count him out just because he was the tutorial character, right? He could totally still be the person. We don't have his faith, but he didn't show up to mass, so I'm curious about that. Let's just try to poke that out of him, shall we?
Hello again.
Everything. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really talk to him about much. Let's talk about strange occurrences, shall we? Have you noticed anything strange happening about the matter? I've noticed handprints on my mirror as if it were cold. Not the strangest things, or at least I've seen stranger through my work. Yeah, he gives the vibe of person who is more scientific. Yeah, he has the Society of Research. He's not necessarily religious.
Was it worth it? You have Erickson, but at the cost of learning what she would have done.
The depravities of mankind are not new to me. I've seen, indeed experienced firsthand, magic and its beliefs used to justify many terrible things. But what shakes me in this case is the reasoning. That she would do such a thing in the hopes that it might grant her something as trivial as magic? Her own humanity meant so little to her. This is what upsets me. What it is done.
That's all.
Take care, monsieur.
Yeah, I don't have much to work off of on that. So, in terms of anybody else, though, so Toussaint is an open question. Hunter we have more to figure out for. Sinnott is a Gnostic priest, but he's also a Catholic priest. His shoes are medium. He assumedly is able to write. Yeah, letters from him, so he is able to write. Can he use magic? That's a question we have not answered yet. He clearly knows the grounds, and I don't believe he's in mourning. So he's definitely up there. Sinnott is definitely weird, and him being able to be in various places in the manor, including the fucking catacombs, puts him at the very top of the list right now. Doyle, medium. He's Gnostic faith. He's been drawing maps of the grounds. He is Christian, kind of. He's not in mourning, so he's up there too. So, everybody who's not eliminated right now has a sincere reason to be there. Blake is probably not it because he's probably not strong enough to hold whoever it is. I don't want to completely eliminate him, but it would be kind of crazy if he was the person. He is Catholic. We found writing from him. He never met Deane before he arrived. He knows the grounds. He's not in mourning. So Varley's up there, but I don't personally feel like Varley's the person. To me, that would feel weird. And Coventry is, of course, my number one suspect at this current moment. So how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, technically, with Walter, but that's, again, kind of a ridiculous assumption to think that he has anything to do with this. He's going to be a linchpin, though. I know that for sure. He's going to give us one of the 9 facts about the culprit for sure. I kind of want to just keep harping on the stuff with Fia because she knows so much. Can you tell me about the Tua de Tanan? The old gods, they're all around us, in the hills, the rivers, the valleys, just below the surface, where the other place can sometimes be found. I like that. I like when I'm angry with a god, I can go to their house and yell at them. She actually is a cool character. I really like her. Let's talk about
Satisfied?
everything.
Oh, gods, no. The seance is still going ahead. Damage will still happen, but we've protected the well. And I think a rift between Rory and I is mended. Declan, I'm so proud of him. What a fool I was to be such a stick in the mud. I should have trusted his new ways. And, in doing so, had faith in myself as a teacher. I guess one always worries they've not done enough to prepare their young'uns. But you have to let them fly, I suppose. And Rory, he soared.
Very good. We love a supportive family member. All right, let's see. Did you enjoy the masked ball, Miss Callian? I didn't go. I wasn't about to head to a thing like that. I was playing cards with the staff for most of it. The costumes were something else, though. I'll give you all that. Okay. How about this? What do you make of these? Do they look like components for a spell or a charm of some kind to me? For a charm, indeed, Declan, but for good or ill, I couldn't say. Either way, simple magic can be very powerful in the right hands. How about Mary Blake? What could you tell me about Marchioness Blake? Mary, I can tell you she didn't care much for that title. We only spoke a few times. She had trouble conceiving, so she came to me under the dead of night for some alternative help. The Marquess wouldn't have liked that sort of thing then. Funny how death changes us. I've never heard much of how it turned out, but the boy's on the walls, so it must have worked. Not that I doubted it would, mind you. That's interesting. Let's talk about Goibnu, shall we? What do you know about the name Goibnu? A smithing god, same as Breed. My understanding is his work focused more on war, weapons, and armor, you see, whereas her work was more for daily tasks, horseshoes, tools, pots, and the likes. All right.
I'll let you go.
You take care now, Declan. And don't...
Yeah. Okay. I keep getting thrown off by the cloth that's thrown around here. I suppose I should just check the churchyard, just see what's going on there. Maybe I take in, because I didn't really do a good investigation of inside the church, so maybe I do that just to see what's going on in there. Might as well if I was gonna otherwise just skip ahead in time. I don't want to do that, but I don't really see until I see exactly what the basement gives me. It's kind of me just flailing for a little while, which seems ridiculous. Okay, so who is out here? Okay, Blake still and Omara, who is less of a concern now. Especially now that I can rule him out as a suspect. Okay, so is anybody in here? No. So we got the door. Is anything in the pews? That would be amazing if there was something hidden in the pews. I'm going to do another sweep on this side. Not that I can tell. Okay, so everything that I can look at is here. Altar crucifix. The altar cross looks as if it's made of gold. It might well be, I suppose. I'm not expecting much here, I'll be honest. Bible. The Bible, written in English. It's open on 2 Corinthians 4:18. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Interesting. Baptismal font. No doubt many of the Blakes who were baptized here, but it has not seen use in many, many years. Well, at least 10 years, right? Because of Walter. Yeah, as expected, not really much going on here. Just gives us... I'm actually surprised about this because it seems like a whole new area and there's not really much to gather from it. The only other thing I was thinking about is the potential to... Because there's that sound on the hedge maze side, and I'm curious if I hear it. Not that I could tell. I really feel like I should just talk to you a lot more, but there's not really much to talk about. Well, maybe not. Let's talk about it. It must be difficult, your son's injuries. I'm not sure which is worse, Mary's death or his injuries. To know so much of his life has been taken from him. He'll never ride a horse, nor dance with the woman he loves. Will he find love? Will it matter if he does? Or does the Blake line end with him? I would give anything, do anything, take any risk to undo what has been done to him, if that were an option. The recluse. Your son, Walter, he keeps to himself? He is not best suited to a life in a hotel, but our private residence is large enough that he's never forced to face that reality. Would he have been different had the accident not happened? His mother was certainly more social than I. Perhaps he would have learned some of that from her. Ooh, hotel's finances is interesting also. An event like this must be a real boost for the hotel's income. One hopes, but this is about more than profit, Mr. Ward. Money unrecovered is still money well spent.
If you'll excuse me, Marquess Blake. Of course.
So he didn't give us anything that we didn't know, but it's also good to talk it all out. All right, so we're going back. I'll do another lap, and then I guess. I hate trying to have the option. I hate the option that it can skip, but it only makes sense in a game like this. The more you think, the more I think about that option, the more it makes sense. Yeah, I need that key to the court. The good thing is, I will say this: when we do find the key to that door in the catacombs, it won't be more than 5 minutes of time loss, because the actual act of telling them won't be long, and only opening the thing won't be that long either. So I'm not super concerned about the time loss if I skip, but I'm worried that I don't have it yet. You know, I'm worried that I'm supposed to have that and I don't. I'm trying to think about any other room that might have something stashed, you know? Library we've seen to death. Let's check. Now, the supply closet we've looked at. Bar is closed, but I feel like we did that pretty well. Dining room. Dining room we can't enter if it's not... Have we looked at the stable? Yes, Inez is out there by the stables. I wonder about the drawing room, maybe, possibly? That's the only other room that's, like, open that's not a personal item. And honestly, I feel really good about having canvassed everybody's rooms, unless there's a lockbox that I'm forgetting about. I don't know. I think we've gotten a pretty good chunk of everybody's stuff. So, like, what's accessible here? Those bookcases. Oh, Coventry's here. I'm curious. Sleeping pills. Okay. I find I cannot sleep well here. I hope you're faring better. Ah, well, I have pills that help with that sort of thing. I'd wager I could fall asleep on a battlefield once I've taken them. Nothing, not even dreams get through. Or at least, I certainly don't recall anything in the mornings. And I was curious about this. The dusty clothes could mean he's been going around in the catacombs, right? You have some dust on your suit, sir. Ah, so do I. How did that get there? Perhaps the housekeeper is not so fastidious as she should be, eh?
Good day, sir. And to you.
He doesn't even offer an explanation. He's just, oh, well, you know. It doesn't look like... As I've said, if there's no title, I don't really feel the need to look at it. Bible? A well-loved Bible. Many pages have been dog-eared and several passages ringed. One of the passages has been ringed so thoroughly and so many times that the page has worn through. Leviticus 20:27. Oh, this is the thing that was put on Mantovani's room really early. A man or a woman who's a medium or wizard must be put to death. You will stone them with stones, for their blood is upon their heads. And on the inside cover, on looping cursive, are the initials CJ. Is that Joyce? The housekeeper, Miss Caitlin Joyce. What the fuck? It was Mrs. Joyce who vandalized the flyer, but why? Oh, okay. I get the theory still stands. If the book has a title, we investigate it. I just never looked at that. That's interesting. I guess because it was just a Bible. I've seen a couple Bibles in the thing. It's funny that it doesn't, that it treats that like its own thing, but I guess because it's been worn on that specific page. All right, well, that's great. I wouldn't have thought that I could do her before I went to go see the quarters downstairs, but look at this. Bad blood. What is this last thing? Conductor of the seance. Oh, sure. Okay. Caitlin Joyce's goal is to stone Miss Montavani to death before she's able to conduct the seance. Oh, Jesus. If this is true... Oh my God.
Mrs. Joyce intends to stone Miss Montavani to death. I should find and confront her about this.
Yeah, we absolutely should. What the fuck? Wait, is that in the evidence? There are rusty red stains across it. I guess, but does that mean she's gonna stone someone to death? Or is this just like, we have to confront her about it, but it's a misconception? Either way, what a crazy hypothesis. Okay. I was not expecting to get this at all. That's a really weird thing. Okay, let's talk to her.
Good day.
Hello, sir. Anything I can do for you?
Confront. Your goal is to stone Miss Montavani to death before she's able to conduct the seance.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my sweet Lord. What is wrong with me? Every moment the witch lives, I sin. Even Abraham could kill his son for God, sir.
Oh, that's real.
Why is it so hard to kill a damn witch?
Could you forgive yourself if it were easy? Is this truly what God intends? Think, Mrs. Joyce.
You don't understand. She's just been so kind.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing her face.
We had that one interaction where Montavani was like checking on her and was saying, hey, you don't have to actually clean my room. It would take forever.
Except there's wet red down her skull and the squelch of bone mixed with the scent of iron. So thick you can taste it. And her hair is matted and she's crying and I just...
None of it happened. None of it has to.
Doesn't it?
No. We are godly. But not everyone needs to be godly to be good. And just because somebody is a mystic, that doesn't also mean that they are monsters.
Oh, I want to believe that. But every time I try, it feels like I'm questioning him.
So try again. God is steadfast enough for questions, Mrs. Joyce. And he's good enough to love you when you seek answers. I have faith.
Oh, sir, you're right, aren't you? I can't do it. I almost... Oh, could I? Oh, sweet Lord, forgive me.
I don't like her. Not only because she's this religious fanatic, but also, like, it feels disingenuous.
Maybe he sent me an angel? To show me these people aren't savages. Please, take this. It's St. Bridget's cloth. I brought Rita for your protection. I pray the Lord keep you safe.
Okay.
Then you're not?
I mean it, sir. I'll find a way to
Oh!
repent. I don't know how yet, but something will come up. I have faith that it will.
Good. I know this is a lot. I'll be back to check on you, Mrs. Joyce.
What was that? Okay, first of all, what does it want us to do? She's against the seance and all magical practice. Oh, if she's against all magical practice, if that's actually true, then she's not a suspect. Because they would have had to use magic, unless she is faking it. So I'm not crossing her out yet. The Holy Ribbon. Mrs. Joyce felt it was her God-given duty to stone Miss Montavani to death, but she did not want to do this. I've convinced her to be more open-minded about the other's beliefs. She's willing to try and experience something more suitable. So I just saw... Where is he? Yeah. Okay. So, and these two things are discussable with the two people I thought were going to be possible with. So hold on. Does that mean I can talk about...
Good day.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can.
Mrs. Joyce, you told me before that you wish to repent for your actions. Is that still true?
Oh, yes, Mr. Ward, it is.
In that case, Mr. Dupre is in desperate need of your help. The spirit of his dearest friend has been trapped inside the manor, and only a worshipper of St. Bridget can set her free.
St. Bridget? But I had no idea she cared for people such as them. The Lord truly does have a lot to teach me these days, doesn't he? Yes, Mr. Ward. Tell him I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Whatever it takes, I'll be there.
What do we got?
Hello, sir.
Hello, Mrs. Joyce. Do you know... I cannot find the right words to say.
Oh, thank the Lord, sir. Me too.
I suppose, thank you, Mrs. Joyce. I can't imagine this is easy for you. What can I do to make this less frightening?
Sir, you were in mourning. I should be the one to ask that question. And yet you're asking me, who treated all of you like... Oh, you're all so... different to what I expected. Let me try to be different too, sir, and tell me what to do.
Simply be here, Mrs. Joyce. That is more than enough.
I do like the community of these characters. It is great. Here we go. Ward. Somehow Ward is still the out of place one, though. That is very funny.
I'm not sure that I...
You fear the flame, don't you, Mr. Ward?
Oh, right.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yes. It's taken a lot from me.
So he's mentioned that, like, he's taken risks, and he might have been the reason his brother got killed, but he also mentions Evelyn Deane's father might be the reason his brother got killed. Still unsure about that, and it's making me a little bit question about Ward himself.
You know, Breed, your St. Bridget, they are fire deities. Laura was a priestess of the flame. She was part of a sisterhood who kept a sacred fire going back home. And a part of her was given to that fire, as was her wish.
That's beautiful.
I think it's funny, and very like Laura, that she picked you to manifest to. One last playful act.
I'm scared too, Mr. Ward. I've never been so out of my depth. But I see now we have to face our fears, to grow. Each one's work will be made clear, for the day will reveal it, and fire will test it. The fire will show what each person's work is worth. 1 Corinthians 3:13. But as a godly man, you already know that.
See, here's the thing about the Bible, right? It has a lot of really fun and interesting quotes. Maybe fun is the wrong word, but it has a lot of these really interesting quotes. But obviously, people just take it completely out of context and use it as a weapon rather than as what it is. It's just prose and poetry and text, and people are, I'm speaking as a very not anti-religious, but atheist or agnostic person. But the text of it is so beautiful, and sometimes it has those really good moments, and it's the reason why Bible verses are used in so much popular media too, right?
What is your work worth, Mr. Ward?
Let it burn. Goodbye, spirit.
Well, it's about that time, Laura. I won't say goodbye again. I've already done it twice.
Come on.
Instead, perhaps we could say, see you soon, old friend.
A lot of departures in this game. Goodbye, Laura. Whoa, what? We're not gonna talk about how they just became like a force ghost for a second?
Thank you, Mr. Ward. Both of you.
Oh, sir. You're crying.
My heart's never been broken quite like this, Mrs. Joyce. But I weep with joy that she may be at peace. Thank you for your help. Without you, she...
I'll not suffer to think about it, sir.
Mrs. Joyce, now that your mind is changing towards these ways, will you join me for the seance?
You know, I think I will. I didn't realize before.
Uh-oh, did I push them to go to the seance?
Deep dread about it. Now that it is gone, I would like to attend.
I know what you mean. It's as if some part of it felt it to be
Oh, they're going to be another
unsafe.
protected.
But now, I think Laura is watching over us and wants us to be there.
Come, let's get you inside. I'll make you a hot cup of tea.
Thank you, Mrs. Joyce. That would be much appreciated.
I would give anything to speak to Eamon again, to apologize, but to summon his spirit in flames, I could see the comfort it brought to Mr. Dupre. It would be so easy to see you again, but I don't think I have it in me to call you here this way. I've dragged you through fire before. Never again. Mr. Dupre is now protected from harm at the seance by Laura's spirit. With help from myself and Mrs. Joyce, his friend's soul is now freed from the Manor's grip. Mrs. Joyce is now protected from harm at the seance by Laura's spirit. Mrs. Joyce has repented for her fearful ways and has opened her heart to other beliefs. Aha! I think we've done it. I think, right? We've gotten 2 down? Yes! Okay, we're on the last light. The 3rd light is gone now, too. What thresholds do the lights measure? Definitely just the strength of the power of the seance, right? The 3 aspects is the name of the achievement. I wonder if I gather enough facts to eliminate any suspects, yada yada. Okay, very nice. So, that was wonderful. A cute moment. So from here, yeah, we have even more people down. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people out of 24 left. And 2 of them are connected, so it's really more like 9. Hunter, we just have to confront soon. I have a feeling that we've been getting a lot of pairs, which I think helps with the games like having to do so much stuff within a very short amount of time. I think Sinnott and Doyle are probably going to get paired together. I'm actually surprised Varley and Murphy aren't together, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Blake and the Blakes weren't together, or, based on how it's being pitched, maybe even Coventry and Walter, and Blake is on his own. I have no idea, but it seems like that's kind of where we're going. Really good, though. I think I can eliminate Joyce, though, pretty definitively. She doesn't have magical practice. She had to be, worked up to it. So she's out. So now we're up to, what, 7 suspects? That's pretty good. So now it's all about this basement, because I think that's it. That was the outstanding thing. Unless the keys exist for this somewhere in the mansion that we already haven't found, which I would find very hard to believe. I think that's all we could do potentially, because Dupre was the only thing I was holding out hope for. Yeah, I think that's it. So where are we at right now? We're at just about an episode. Let's see. What else do I think I want to do? I think Darcy's over here, right? I haven't talked to her in a minute, so maybe we just take a look at what she's got to say about stuff.
Mr. Ward.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's not a lot I could talk to her about. How about the hedonistic ball? Have you ever been to a party like last night's, Mrs. Darcy? No, and I hope not to again. If this is the kind of thing Cecil was getting up to with his club, I think I would rather speak about something else, Mr. Ward. So clearly not.
Good day.
You never know. There's always some random thing that will trigger something as we found. Can we still see Walter up there? I'm assuming we can. I can't see him, but I would assume he is up there. So Varley is here. Erickson. Erickson's another one I haven't really talked to.
Again?
Erickson is a character we have not talked to almost nearly at all. Let's talk to her about her reflection.
What will
Why
you do
not?
after this?
If you must discuss it. Now that I know I am forever doomed, I think I am done with this life. I will return to New York and my husband, and try to find some way to enjoy this joyless experience.
Damn.
He will be happy, I am sure. It will free some storage space for his golf trophies.
Ouch. Not the misogynist part of that revelation, but all right, fair enough.
Goodbye now.
I mean, if you're still passionate about tarot, do that. But otherwise,
May I be of service?
you know, let's do his as
What
well.
will you do now?
That all depends on what comes next. I do not know what to expect from this event, if anything. Perhaps we'll see an influx of guests and everything will be okay. But if not, there is money there to keep the place afloat and its occupants safe. Either way, I suspect we are all long due a holiday.
Anything else we can ask him? Let's talk about hotel finances. I understand the hotel is in some financial trouble. I'm hoping that with your discovery, that will now be a thing of the past. Fair enough. Yeah, not much else that I can have him talk about. How about the catacombs? Can you tell me much about the catacombs under the manor? Loosely, I've only read of them, despite my efforts to find a way in. They always seemed like it might draw more guests in. I read a Norman Blake used dynamite. I don't know if that's supposed to say A. I read Norman Blake used dynamite to try and open them up in 1834. He died in the blast. I assume he took the entrance out with him, perhaps the entire structure. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll take a look at Norman Blake. That's a name I haven't really heard of. Cool. The other thing I want to check is, I just realized I could do reflection, right? So I want to just check on reflections if I've seen everybody's reflection. Seen Montavani's. Statement. Reflection. I just saw hers. Scarrett, I have not. Fia. Rory. So, Scarrett, Rory, Quinn, Barbosa, Hisham, Omara. Let's just do those. Why not? I don't think that that's a bad thing, especially while we have the time. Because, again, I'm going to just skip it anyway. I might as well get those done, just in case there's something that comes out of, like, not using the reflection. It's pretty much just an epilogue for their story, but I don't know. I'm always wary of stuff like that. If it does one for every single person, it feels important enough that I should probably follow up. So, Omara, let's talk to you. You've had a hell of a story.
You?
Yes, me again. Maybe for the last time, my friend.
Do you have much understanding of what your angel wants of you?
Not yet. Something physical. I know that. Whatever it wants of me, I need to be healed. I can feel my body recovering at an accelerated rate since pledging myself to it. I assume its intentions will become clear to me soon enough. But first, the seance. Then a visit to my mother. I have put her to worry for all too long. I need to assure her that what comes next is a divine quest, and so, safe. It's silly, but that will put her at ease. The only challenge will be getting her to believe me. It is, admittedly, something of a change of character.
Fair enough.
I'll be off, Mr. O'Mara.
Don't let me keep you.
And then who else is around even on this hour? So Inez is outside, so we'll go find her. Hisham is here. Oh, is that everybody that I need to talk to? That's very funny and ironic. Maybe let's get Inez and then we'll end off the episode there. That's so funny that all the 3 people that we need are in the library. But we've also know that people's schedules change once they, like their timetable slightly changes once they are solved. Like once their issues are remedied. I think the timetables have changed a couple times. Like Quarantine definitely had that, where her timetable changed depending on if she was or was not solved. Where do I want to go? Let's go out here, and then we'll go out through the side hallway to the stables. I also haven't checked if there's anybody in the bathrooms, but I'm assuming the only person who actually knows how to get there is Sinnit and Omara and all them, but they saw me, so they probably won't go back. Only people who got the info from Deane herself. Oh, Rory's here too. Great. Excellent. Wow, this worked out even better than I would have thought. Okay, Barbosa. Yeah, so a little bit more questions, but it's the easy one.
What do you think you'll do when the seance is over?
I have what I came for, and
Yeah, she came out even better.
I only hope to learn my father's name, but to see him, and now I have the inheritance from Quarantine? This is more than the fresh start I came here hoping for. And I like it here. I like knowing that I am in my father's homeland, and I have met some people that I might one day call friends.
As long as one of them is not a murderer and or a kidnapper.
Forever? Who knows? This event has changed my world, and I need time to process all of that. But all that matters is right now, yes? And right now, I'm happy here. I have answers and a home. I cannot ask for more.
Fair enough.
I have to be off.
Sure.
Okay, and last one for the day, Rory.
Mr. Ward.
Reflection.
I think it's safe to say your methods worked.
Well, yes, but also no. We succeeded. Not through my methods, but through Fia's and mine. There is a lesson there for me. I was too focused on the future. But when we forget the past, we don't learn from it, and we repeat the mistakes of it. And we only got there because you stepped in. I'm grateful, of course, but also deeply ashamed that I might have let my duty to the land and its people down because of ego. So in all, I'm proud of what we achieved here. I'm proud of what it's taught me. And, if you will do me the honor, I am proud to call you a friend.
The honor, Doctor, is all mine.
I accept the friendship as long as you
I
do
have to
not
be
turn
on
out to
my
be a
way.
kidnapper or
Be
murderer.
well.
Everything has a caveat. Everybody is still a suspect, even if I've crossed you off. Yeah. Oh, you've been crossed off. Why did we cross you off? Oh, because you knew her before. Okay. Regardless, and you're a pagan. Okay, so you're not a Christian. So you're very likely good to be a friend of mine. But just in case, we're gonna still keep you on the back foot. Everybody's a suspect. All right. We're going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe. We'll do some more reflections and the conclusion of our basement saga on the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody.